Hi, boys and girls. So today we're working on the song Sleigh Ride. Now, a little bit of history behind this. Oh, you see my little friend over here. This is Rimsky. She's been sleeping. You should have just listened to Sleigh Ride. A little bit of history behind it is it was written by Leroy Anderson, and he got the idea for writing Sleigh Ride during a heat wave in Boston. He was so hot. All he could think about was, how can I get cooler? How can I cool off? So he thought about the snowy days where he used to grow up, and he couldn't wait to take a sleigh ride through the snow again. So that's how Sleigh Ride came into being. If you remember back in October when we talked about Dance Macabre as a tone poem, Sleigh Ride is another tone poem. He wrote Sleigh Ride as a way for the audience to visualize what was happening by listening to what the orchestra was playing. And so you'll hear, hopefully you heard the jingle bells playing like the sleigh bells on the sleigh and on the horses. You heard tone blocks or the tempo blocks playing. Those are the horses' hooves. And you heard what we call a slapstick as the horses whip. You heard it slap. And then there was a trumpet at the end. Hopefully you caught that trumpet player playing the best he could to sound like a horse whinnying at the end of the sleigh ride. But right now we're going to learn some patterns to go along so we can play along with the piece. You need a cup. You need a plastic cup. If you don't have a plastic cup like this one, it's okay, but I would recommend not getting a glass. You can use a plastic cup, you can use a paper cup. If you have just something round like this that you could use, even a bowl that you can grasp your hand around, that would work. Something like that, but don't use a glass. That would not be good for this. But if you need to stop this and go get that. All right, so if you watch the first part of this where I had you just look at the pictures and see if you could listen for those four main patterns, there's an A, a B, a C, and a D, and they repeat a few times throughout the piece. And then there was an introduction and a coda, and then there were some bridges or interludes where the music just kind of played to connect the big sections. You heard those four main patterns. So there's four cup patterns we need to learn. So the first one's super simple. It goes like this. Tap, tap, over. Tap, tap, over. Tap, tap, over. Tap, tap, over. And we're doing that during that A section. It happens during just hear the sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. I'm going to get my computer back so when we're ready to go to that, we are ready to play it. Okay? Then, the second pattern during the B section was giddy up, let's go. We're just going to play toddies on top like this. Like the horses trotting down the path. But we only do that for 12 beats at first. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, wait, 10, 11, 12. Because there's that whip in there. And then we would do that until the end of the B, which was the horse picture. And then the A came back and it repeated, so we do this. Be really careful because they can get slippery, and I'm on plastic. I knew that was going to happen. I'm on plastic, so I might just hold on to mine like this. Okay? Now, so that's the A and the B. Those are the first two patterns. Then the third pattern is the Christmas tree or the fir tree that was in our woods. This is the fun one, but it's the trickiest one, I think. It goes like this. If you want to do it 7 times, watch. Don't do it yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or is it just one clap? I always have to listen to the music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bum, da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bum, da-da. Yes, that's it. Then, the fourth pattern, the snowman. You got to change your hands for this one. You give your other hand a little workout. Every while we watch those chestnuts pop, 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 pop. So we do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bum, daddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bum, because if you don't put this down on 8, you're not going to be there in time for this. Let's do that again together. Just 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it fits really cool when we add the music to it. It sounds so neat. And then D is the D part. I'm going to lose my basket again. The D part where that snowman was is just like that. We made it through. We can just relax for a few seconds before we have to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Then we go back and we repeat. There's like a little bridge, that little interlude where we go work it all out. You can pretend like you're driving the horses down that snowy lane. That's always fun. You can do that, or you can just. And then we can go back to our A, which was the sleigh. Now, all those little introductions, interludes, codas, bridges, we can just drive our horses. We can just tap the beat on the lap, keep that going, because we don't just want to like daydream and forget where we are and not be listening to the music. We have to be paying attention and focused. So there's lots of things we can do there. Now, here's the fun thing at the end. Remember where I said that horse whinnies and neighs? We can put our cup on our heads. This is the goofy part. It's so fun. Put our cups on the heads, and when the horse whinnies, we can kind of like, you know how horses kind of go, whee, and they kind of rear up a little bit. You can go, whee, and hope you don't lose your cup. See if you can keep it on your head when you raise up like a horse. Think you can do it? So I'll call out. So pattern 1. Pattern 1 is like this. Pattern 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think you will do that once. I always have to just listen to the music on that one. Pattern 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I rolled even best twice. And then pattern D. If you're on a slippery surface like I am, where you have 2 boxes and baskets stacked on top of each other so that you can be seen on the video, it's dangerous because it could all come crashing down in a minute. All right, you ready to do it with music?